Good afternoon, and thank you to the Cinema 2 organizers for convening this conference and for also for the opportunity to present in this session too. AI for managerial decision-making operations and competitive strategy, chaired by Professor José Ernesto Amorós. I also wish to thank the colleagues attending this session, and as a small courtesy to everyone, I will spare you a slide deck today, which I hope may well make this presentation the most lightweight file you will handle during the Congress. I also wish apologize on behalf of my co-author, Professor Rui Pedro Marques from University of Aveiro, who could not attend today. I will speak about something we all do every day. We search. But search engine no longer mean only Google. Google Maps is also a search engine for places. YouTube is a search engine for how to, knowledge, and culture, for example. Amazon is also a search engine for products and price discovery. And conversational systems such as ChatGPT or uh, Gemini behave as search interfaces that synthesize and prioritize information. These systems capture and scale how people name, frame, and prioritize needs. They expose demand pulses and reputational signals, and they reveal the language that links problems, brands, and solutions. Yet almost none of that intelligence reaches the business intelligence, the BI systems that managers use to steer strategy, sales, and operations. That gap between market signals and managerial dashboards is the main subject of my paper. Consider three concrete situations. First, a local restaurant opening at roughly, let's say, 8% capacity with a 4.7 rating on Google Maps may see capacity fall to around 60% after a drift from 4.67 to 4.4 in Google Maps. Whether the exact levels vary by city or cousin is secondary. The managerial point is that maps rating are review dynamics that demand signals. They should be part of BI, watched alongside pricing, staffing, and promo calendars, modeled as leading indicators, and used to trigger small operational actions that prevent revenue erosion. Second, second example, mainly client of us. When a firm launches a new brand, customers rarely spell it as the brand team's intent. Wrong queries, short forms, and local variants are not noise. They are the market's language. They determine how people actually try to find the firm. If these signals do not flow into business intelligence, the company will report the KPIs with perfect internal spelling while prospect searching a different vocabulary. That is a lost strategy opportunity. The firm is not aligning its communication, products, copy, and sales scripts with the real demand language. Third, in a reputational incident, search queries often spike hours or days before social platforms pick up the story. Negative terms concentrate and new phrases emerge. If this business intelligence ingest those early signals, managers can open a response window before a cascade begins. Without them, the organization reacts after narrative formation. When options are costlier and fewer, these vignettes differ in domain: food service, branding, reputation, but the managerial idea it is consistent. Search behavior is a live feed of market cognition. It belongs inside business intelligence. Why is not there already? The short answer is siloing. Search data lives in marketing and SEO and SEO tools. Business intelligence is owned elsewhere, and the scholarly literature mirrors that split. In our ongoing systematic review, we executed a single conservative query in Scopus, restricted just to business management and accounting document type article. Years 25 to 2025, returning about 66 records. A comparable small set appears in Web of Science. Screening confirms a pattern. Many papers study SEO or web analytics, other discuss dashboard or decision support, but very few explicitly linked search engine signals to the BI artifacts and decision outcome in organizations, and even fewer in SMEs. This scarcity is precisely why a structured review is timely. The aim is not to prove an effect ex ante, it is to map where exists, make the reachable gap visible, and articulate a decision focused agenda that managers and scholars can use. Methodologically, we follow Prisma 2020 across Scopus and Web of Science, logging strings and refinements for traceability, then extracting items and context, sector, country, SME size, search data types, queries, intent, share of search, trends, ratings, platform, web maps, YouTube, news, discover, marketplace, and of course, LLM. Business integration layer, the ETL, the model, the metrics, and dashboard, the governance, the automation, the decision levels, strategic, tactic sales, operational, the outcomes, decision lead time, accuracy proxies, sales efficiency, deltas, adoption, and study quality. The work sits within a broader thesis program that treats search signals as first-class business intelligence inputs: actionable, interpretable, and automatable outside the technical SEO. Rather than insulating marketing diagnosis, a position outlined in our accepted abstract from a managerial standpoint, The contribution is a compact mapping from executive questions to indicator derived from search signals. For strategy and competitive positioning, the pair brand versus non-brand visibility, category momentum, helps managers gauge whether the firm is capturing category demands or merely harvesting brand recall. Its shifts in these ratios often precede market share movements. For marketing and sales, transactional versus informational intent, in case of queries, share of search, and the distribution of customer questions illuminate where to adjust copy, landing paths, and offer design. They also enable attribution models that better reflect discovery behavior. For day-to-day operations, anomaly detection of short cycle trends, whether a sudden rise of near me modifiers, a surge in long tail pain points, or a local spike in negative phrases can trigger low cost actions that protect service levels, reputation, and revenue in all three layers. Artificial intelligence is an assistant, not a replacement, tasked with classifying intent, summarizing patterns, detecting shifts, and introducing plain language briefs inside the business intelligence environment so that managers can act with governance and accountability. This AI assisted insight stance is likewise specified in our abstract. Our perspective is also informed by practice. At Proportione, at our company, we work with SMEs and also with non-profits on strategy, technology, and people. So for us, really, we routinely orchestrate data from search behavior, web analytics, and internal systems. We see case by case how maps reviews move footfall and capacity planning, how YouTube affects perceived expertise and brand safety, how marketplace search modulates price elasticity, and how conversational systems surface information needs that do not yet have content or product answers. These observations do not replace rigorous evidence, but they underscore why the research question matters. Managers already make decisions affected by search behavior every day. The question is whether their business intelligence is instrumented to see those forces clearly. The preliminary state of the literature suggests that the answer is not yet. That is the paradox I referred to at the start. Search engines are now plural, and AI is accelerating their role in how people express needs. The signals are abundant, decision relevant, and in many cases available in forms that can be governed inside business intelligence. And yet the explicit links that joins signal to BI artifact decision context remains understudied in academic words and under-implemented in firms. This paper is an attempt to put that link to on the table and the way that is conceptually tight and operationally feasible for SMEs. Concretely, our output will include a reproducible synthesis of what has been studied so far, a minimal indicator set aligns with strategic, tactical, sales, and operational decisions, and a set of testable propositions to guide subsequent field work with SME executive. The larger goal is modest and practical to reduce distance between how people actually search and how organizations actually decide. It will close where I began everyone searches. The systems we call search engines, from Maps to YouTube, from Amazon to ChatGPT, record the language of the market in motion. If business intelligence is to support decision in real time, especially in resources constrained SMEs, those signals should be inside the dashboard, not outside. So thank you very much for your attention. I look forward to question and to learning from your perspectives.